particular law, of this particular act. Okay, so we are trying to broadcast live on YouTube right now. And hello. So we're trying to broadcast on YouTube right now, and that's why I'm having a bit of issue.
Okay, barrister. Yeah, we can also try to round up.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh,
can you
all
hear me,
right.
Please? Okay, so yeah, I was saying that please we can
okay,
also try
so
to round up. Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'm almost done. So licensees or leaseholder, they are expected to submit approval of environmental management plan in respect of projects requiring environmental impact assessment. So we've mentioned this environmental impact assessment. So even licensee or leaseholder, they are expected to come up with a document that shows the likely negative impact the activities can cause the environment. So also provides for financial contribution for remediation of environmental damages. So in cases of breach, in cases where we have environmental issues arising from the activities of this licensee, they are even mandated to make financial contribution. Either you want to clean up oil spillage, you want to clean up anything, those responsible for these issues, they are expected to also provide financially for remediation. So it imposes obligation on licensee or leaseholder to assess its environmental liability annually and increase its financial contribution. So every year or from time to time, they're expected to make contributions even to curb environmental issues. So prohibition of gas flaring. So it's funny that we have even a law that prohibits gas flaring in Nigeria, but then people still go ahead to flare gas in Nigeria. And it even provides penalty. There are penalties for flaring gas in Nigeria, but then, the issue is whether or not people comply or even all these penalties are enforced in Nigeria. So the Petroleum Industry Act, that's the PIA, requires that monies received from gas flaring penalties shall be for the purpose of environmental remediation and relief of host communities of the settlers or on which the penalties are levied. So I'm trying to just rush it right now because of our time. So in Nigeria and even globally, we have more than enough laws. But the issue lies majorly with enforcement and the waste management culture of individual states. So now, even as Greenies, we're expected to also stand up and speak up against indiscriminate waste disposal, speak up against any act that is dangerous to the environment, and also even you as a Greenie must not engage in things like that. So we have a lot of beautiful laws, we have a lot of regulations, cool. We have a lot of agencies in Nigeria in charge of environmental sustainability, but then we still have a lot of issues, environmental issues, pollution here and there, sea, water, ocean, land, air pollution, even noise pollution in Nigeria. It will be funny that we have laws in Nigeria that regulate noise pollution, and even all areas, because if you look at natural regulation, about 32 regulations, different areas. Look at industries that produce chemicals, they are regulated. Look at electrical electronics industry, they're regulated. Telecommunications, they're regulated. And a lot of other areas like that in Nigeria or other industries in Nigeria. But then we still have a lot of issues bordering on environmental pollution here and there. And then the agencies in charge, they are either passive or non-responsive or just there. So it is time for you to take responsibility for your immediate environment, manage your waste well, and keep your environment clean while sensitizing and encouraging others to do likewise. So this is, let me just stop here. if we are to engage more in this conversation, there are still a lot of laws, even globally, internationally, regulating environmental sustainability or regulating the environment generally. But then, because of our time, we'll just stop here. I don't know if we have any questions or we have any intervention by way of comments, questions, and observations. Thank you very much. Jisam Gift, over to you.
All right, Barrister, thank you so much for that. Thank you very much. So we're going to take just one or two questions, please. We are far behind schedule. So many laws, but the question or the challenge is the implementation. Yeah. So yeah, Barrister. So we have a question in the chat room. Is that a question? Let me see. Anu, what is your take on the recent? Okay, is this for the Barrister? Okay. This Anu, what's the take on the recent Dangote's refinery? Because I still heard of some occupants of the area complaining about the negative effects of this innovation. So where do we strike the balance between law and corporate body complying to the law? Okay, so we have a question in the chat room, please. So you can address that. We can have one more question, and that is it. Please, if you have more questions, you can always reach out to her. Okay, she's accessible. All right, please, you can go ahead and answer it, Barrister. Did you get the question?
Oh,
please?
okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I can see the question even in the chat room. Okay, thank you. So I've mentioned the agency responsible for this right now, and even as individuals, what we can do is perhaps continue to sensitize people, do cleanups, maybe drag them on social media. And for some who are law inclined, they can just go to court and sue the refinery, sue Dangote himself or even his company and all of that. But then the major work lies on the agency responsible. Because imagine that the agency stands up to actually challenge some of these companies or refineries or industries. It will be a big deal where the agency itself drags these people. And that's the funny thing about Nigeria. If you look at US, UK, the moment any agency in UK call upon any industry or any company for flouting or for violating any rules or any regulation, it's usually a big deal because it's more like a blow on them, a blow on the organization, a blow on their finances, and everything will just go down naturally because even the public opinion of them would be something else. But in Nigeria, we have a country where implementation is so poor, not to not talk of enforcement and even awareness about these laws. So the balance would have been these agencies. It would have been these agencies. Imagine Nostria doing their work. Imagine Nostria. That's the agency responsible for oil spillage in Nigeria. Imagine they are doing their work. And then imagine that Nostria too is also doing its work in Nigeria. Then we have a balance. If they enforce these rules and regulations, these policies, these laws, we have a very good environment in Nigeria. So that's just my take on that. Environmental rights. There's no environmental rights in Nigeria. Nothing like I have the right to good environment. Those ones are just in international, laws and all of that. If you go to African Convention, international human rights and all of that, you will see beautiful laws even concerning the environment. But then, how enforceable are these laws in Nigeria or are these documents in Nigeria? Thank you very much. I don't want to overflog the matter, anyways. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Barrister. Please confirm if your question has been answered. Okay, she still has question. So Barrister, please, you can answer that, and that'll be all for this lecture, please, so that we can start our presentation. She's asking, is there no penalty for infringing on people's right to live? Please, can you answer that?
Of course, there are penalties. Okay, I don't know if this person is just asking generally about the right to life or if it is just the right to life as it relates to the environment, maybe to a clean environment, to a pollution-free environment. But in any case, there are penalties for infringing on people's rights, either right to life. And in fact, people have been able to find a way to bring all these environmental issues to court. So they can just come under different laws. They can come under African Charter, come under human rights law, international human rights law, come under different laws in Nigeria, and just combine everything and say, okay, if this environmental issue is happening and is affecting my health, then it's also affecting my right to life. They'll just connect it and all of that and bring it to court. But for you to even be able to be able to push such a case, or to be able to even win, or to even have any possibility of winning such a case, the issue must have affected you personally. It must be an issue that's affecting you personally, directly. And except you are just prosecuting on behalf of the public generally. Thank you very much. Okay, so I said I'm going to drop some documents on the WhatsApp group. I'll drop like about 2 documents, just so that we can go through them and see some beautiful things we have in Nigeria, and they're just lying down there unused or unenforced. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for having me here.
All right, thank you so much, Barrister. Yeah, thank you everyone for staying tuned to this call. We hope we got much value. Some of us are not aware of these laws, but at least we got enlightened. Okay, so we are far behind schedule. Sorry about the past time. Please stay tuned with us, okay? We're in the penultimate of this GSA, so it's good we round off. Please, let's appreciate Barrister before she leaves, or before we kickstart our presentations. Let's appreciate her in the chat room. Time will fail us to start saying, oh, what did you learn or something? But I'm sure we learned 1 or 2, right? Thank you so much, Barrister Oluwapo. Thank you for that presentation. Sorry about all the glitches and all. But at least we learned something. So please appreciate her. Thank you for your appreciation. All right, so we kickstart. Are we ready? Before I say anything concerning the presentation, please rename your devices. For those that will be presenting, put in presenter in front of your name. Put in presenter in front of your name so that the host can make you can co-host you when is your time. Okay, when is your time for your presentation, and you can share your screen. Rename your devices, everybody. Rename your devices. And everyone, rename your devices, everybody. Put in your what they call it, your GSAG name after your name. Put in your GSAG name, please. Sign in the GSAG name. Okay, so let's go. So please, let's listen very well to the rules. Now, from what I've seen, it seems like some people did not submit their slides. Some GSAG did not submit their slides. So it's synonymous with the fact that they are not ready. So let me have our comments. Wind energy, nuclear energy, hydropower, and marine. Marine and biofuel submitted in a not in PDF. You guys do not use the format. So we have like 4 submissions that are okay, and 2 that went out of the rule, and 2 that did not submit at all. So please, should we say you are not ready, or should we give you room to just send in your slides now? Let's have that in the chat room quickly. So who did not submit? I can't find solar energy. I can't find which other group is that? What other group? I think hydrogen energy. Hydrogen energy can be found too. Okay, so please, as soon as the group is opened, we want you both to send in for hydropower and marine energy. Please send in a PDF format. Sorry, marine energy and biofuel, send in a PDF format. Solar and the other hydropower, kindly confirm if you are ready or not, so that we can have a rearrangement of the presentation. We can't find your slide. Did not submit at the stated time. Okay, so please kindly confirm the chat room. Confirm in the chat room. Okay, let me see. Okay, please a minute. I'm seeing some responses. You said I locked the room. When you are not, we gave you time to submit. You people did not submit then. Okay, hydrogen energy is okay. Is there? Okay. Okay, I should give room. People have gone to finish up your work, right? Okay. The biofreight is ready. Okay, hydrogen energy submitted. Okay. So who is saying that we should give room? What's your GSAG name? Please let us know. I'm trying to reschedule the timing for submission. I'm trying to reschedule it. So please let me know. I'm seeing just 6 submissions. 2, like I said, I think solar and is it hydropower? Let me confirm. Okay, hydropower submitted. Hydrogen energy, right? Yeah, hydrogen energy did not submit. Like I said, confirm in the chat room if you are ready. So based on what we have, I'm gonna. So let's have geothermal. I want us to follow the format, but some people are not ready. So nuclear energy, have they submitted? Okay, nuclear energy has submitted. Okay, so we start now. Okay, not now yet, but we'll soon start. So nuclear energy, okay, biofuel are also ready. Hydrogen is not ready, geothermal. All right, that's fine. So we're gonna start now. The rules are, the rule is, first of all, you have 7 minutes for each presenter. I believe you've already renamed your devices to presenter so that you can be made co-hosts, or if you are sharing slides, okay? So once we kickstart, please, nuclear energy, get ready. You are the first GSAC to start, okay? You have 7 minutes. And please make sure that you stay with the timing. Stay with the timing. So okay, I hope we're still you can still hear me. All right, that's fine. So I'm gonna open up the chat room now, and for those that have not submitted, please submit immediately. We don't want so many messages on that chat room. That is why it was locked. Submit immediately, okay? So nuclear energy, are you guys ready? Let me know if you are ready, please, because we are gonna start now. It's already 8:43. We are far behind schedule. Nuclear energy, are you guys ready? Okay, what GSAG is this? Presenter. Please, host, can you make, who are the nuclear energy presenters? Please, just raise your hand, let them host you. You are going first. Nuclear energy, are you there? Are they ready? Like they are not ready. Okay, please, if we don't get responses, we'll just move to the next GSAG, and that will be synonymous to the fact they are not ready. Okay, we're following the format given. I gave a schedule. I dropped a schedule on how it's going to go. So please, let's follow that. Nuclear energy for the last time. Are you guys ready? Please let us know so that you can unmute and start. Time is running out. Are they here? Who are the nuclear energy presenters? I'm not getting responses. What's happening? Are they ready or not? Unable to unmute. Please put presenter in front of your name, please. And please, co-host, please, co-host. Sorry, yeah, co-host the nuclear energy presenters. Their names are there, please. Nuclear energy presenter, please co-host. I think I can see Babatunde Yusuf. Please co-host him or her. Please co-host him. Okay, we decided to lock everyone from unmuting because of the whole noise, and that's why we're saying put presenter, right? So please make the host, please, are you still there? Please make the nuclear energy presenter co-host the person. Let him begin. Time is running out. Babatunde Yusuf, please, I said you should indicate, raise your hand, use the electronic room, what they call it. Use it, please, if you are presenting for your GSAC. Now, nuclear energy. Please co-host this person that just raised her hand. Please. Okay, Yakos, please, you can start. This 8:45. You have 7 minutes, all right? So we're starting now. The next GSA, please get ready. Please get ready. Please, kindly speak. How many presenters are you? 1 or 2? You've been made co-host. Let me hear your, okay, you've been, okay. Adewusi, are you the first presenter? Kindly speak. Unmute. Can you hear me? Please unmute and speak. Is she there?
And this is nuclear energy. We are supposed to be true.
Yes, yes. Okay, you've been co-host. Who is speaking first? Who is speaking first, please?
So my team member who is supposed to present, I think is yet to be allowed to present.
Who is presenting?
I'm here also already. I'm here already. And
so who is going first? Who is going first? Your time is already running. Who is going first?
Babatunde is going first. He's going first, please. Babatunde, the floor is yours.
Oh yeah, Babatunde, begin. This 8:46. Please begin. 7 minutes. Please go ahead. Thank you. Are you sharing screen?
No, please share your screen.
Anyway, I'll just give you guys to do your thing. 7 minutes has started. Thank you. Hello, nuclear energy presenters. Your time is already running. Oh. Who is sharing the screen? You can start before the screen is being shared, please. Okay.
All right. Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. I think my team member is having challenge sharing his screen, but while that is coming up, our duty here this evening is to make a see reason why the funds removed from subsidy should be invested in nuclear energy. We're going to give you a bit of background to what nuclear energy is so that we can see reason why these funds need to be invested in nuclear energy. So basically, nuclear energy is the energy stored in an atom's nucleus, and which is usually obtained through two types of reactions. They are fission or fusion. So it's usually produced from a resource called uranium, and it's a non-renewable energy source whose atoms are split to create heat and eventually electricity. Now, what nuclear energy does is, so please, are you able to share your screen now? So that's basically an introduction to the definition of nuclear energy. Now, we would also like you to see some of the impacts that the removal of fuel subsidy has on us as a nation. So first, we have the economic impacts. So the fuel subsidy initially has been something that have raised government expenditure significantly and causing budget deficits, such that the government had to be borrowing funds in order to maintain this fuel subsidy. So now that the fuel subsidy has been removed, the government is able to reallocate these funds into needs of sustainable development while also improving fiscal sustainability. So economically, the country is expected to do well now that fuel subsidy has been removed. Next slide, please. Then we also go to the social impact. For those of us who would remember the protest of 2012, where the slogan, "You Occupy Nigeria," was used then, resulting from the attempt by government to remove subsidy on fuel. So if this the current removal that has been done, if it is not well managed, there is a likelihood that there will be social unrest and protest in the society. Then we also have the ecological impact. Before the removal of fuel subsidy, there has been a lot of high fuel consumption leading to increased carbon dioxide emission and air pollution, such that there has been detrimental effects on climate change, air quality, and public health. Now, what do we have? You realize that these days there are few vehicles on the streets. A lot of people are now carpooling rather than using their vehicles to move around. So because of that, there is reduced carbon emission. Also, there has been hindrance to green energy transmission, just because it was cheaper then to use fuel, and people were able to access fuel easily at a cheap rate. But now with the subsidy that has now been removed, there is now an encouragement into investment in clean energy technologies and also transition into low carbon economy. Also, there has been a lot of environmental degradation that has come up because we needed fuel. But now that the subsidy on fuel has been removed, that we now have reduction in consumption of fuel, realize that there will now be a reduced environmental degradation and also reduced pollutants, as the government is now trying to transit into more sustainable energy sources. Now I'll allow my teammates to continue the presentation now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, now slide 6. Why should Allergic and the whole of the SDI committee look into nuclear energy? Why should they reinvest the money that they have taken off from fuel subsidy and invest it into nuclear energy? You see, the thing there is that nuclear power accounts for about 10% of electricity generation globally. And in more advanced countries, it accounts for about 20% higher than that. So now, if nuclear energy is brought into third world and less developed countries, and to be more specific, Nigeria, it's going to create a lot of job opportunities. It's going to ensure that ethnic tensions as a result of mineral resources being concentrated in specific parts of Nigeria, that problem is no more there. Now imagine that in the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria, there is a nuclear energy plant that is serving those regions. There won't be need for Niger Delta militants or resettling anybody again, or people sabotaging government equipment because of marginalization. Next slide, please. Let's be fast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now, how do we intend to solve the problem of fuel subsidy removal with nuclear energy? There's a video in your own time. You could check up the video. There's no time to play the video. The video is quite explanatory. Next slide, please. All right. Now, first off, let's look at the limitations of nuclear energy. Now, the thing there with nuclear energy is that it is a lot of money. It's very, very expensive, and there's a lot of technology that goes into setting up plants all over Nigeria, and there's a very small expertise gap. There are not a lot of professionals that can handle such a high-scale project, but it is very, very doable, and we would recommend Alhaji look into this. Next slide, please. Thank you. Right, now, let's look at the success from a forecast of this project that we are proposing to the SDIA. In the 2022 edition of the International Atomic Energy Agency, nuclear power estimates for between now or 2021 thereabouts to 2050, we see that there's an uptick trend in energy transmission using nuclear energy from 390 gigawatts in 2021 to a projected or estimated 873 gigawatts by the year 2050. And this is very doable. These numbers are not, they can't be replicated using other energy sources. Next slide, please. Thank you. Now, as we end this brief presentation, let's look at...
Your time is up.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, so please, the next, thank you for that presentation. Well done. There is no time, so we are going to be fast as possible. Biofuel, you are the next. Are you ready, please? Let me just raise your hand, please. Let me co-host you. Biofuel, are you ready? Raise your hand if you are presenting. Let me co-host you. I can't see it. Okay. You did not put presenter to your name. Okay. Please rename your device and put presenter. Yeah. Who else? Are you the only one presenting? Please unmute yourself. Are you the only one presenting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're the only one. Okay, you can do 8:56. Please, you have 7 minutes. You can go ahead. The time starts now. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kodri Said, and I'm presenting for GSAG Biofuel Energy. I'll just start with introduction to biofuel energy. Now, biofuels are liquid or solid or gaseous fuels that are generated from organic sources such as plants, waste materials, or algae. Now, they are referred to as a renewable source of energy. Also, moving forward, we have our stand on subsidy removal. As we all know, subsidy is any benefits that a business or an institution gets from the government to reduce their burden. Now, as you all know in Nigeria, when the subsidy has been removed on fuel, we have the positive impacts and the negative impacts. Now, the main positive impact that we have is that it reduces corruption and smuggling, and it also encourages diversification. That is, it enables the government to look at other sources of energy, which is a very important thing, aspect of this course. Now, looking at the other part, which is the negative impact, we have inflation, we have high transportation costs, and economic downturn, and comparing these two impacts, which is positive and negative impact, our stand is that looking at the negative impacts, they're actually like a short run or a short-term impact, which on the long run, we'll deduce that removal of subsidy from fuel will actually be a great benefit to this nation. Now, also moving forward, justification for Allergy to choose our GSAG as a replacement for fuel in Nigeria. You know, the advantages of using biofuel energy are so numerous. So part of which are, it is a very clean source of energy. When the presenter for nuclear energy was presenting, was mentioning nuclear energy as a clean source of energy, which I think is very, very wrong, because we all know nuclear energy has a pollution effect on the environment, according to history. Now, but looking at biofuel energy is a very clean source of energy. It actually helps in looking at other aspects of the economy, which is the agricultural sector. And also, as we all know, that Nigeria has a lot of land masses, unused land masses. By moving to biofuel energy as a source of energy in Nigeria, it will ensure the proper usage of all these land masses, as we all know. And also, looking at comparing biofuel energy to other sources of energy, such as wind energy, hydrogen energy, geothermal energy. Biofuel energy is a great source of energy because it is a source of energy that can be used to generate liquid fuel. Unlike other sources of just such as wind and solar energy, it is impossible to get liquid fuel from these sources. And liquid fuel is actually like a source of energy to many aspects in the economy. Now, another thing is that it helps in making use of our waste product properly. They say there is a code that says from waste to wealth, exactly. So it enables the proper usage of our waste product, converting it to wealth. Now, looking at the impact of biofuel, although we've already mentioned the advantages of biofuel energy, there is also the negative impact, which includes deforestation, land use change, and competition with food crops. Now, competition with food crops should be the main issue for us, but with proper policy and with proper government policy and other factors, this disadvantage can actually be contained properly. And also looking at this chart is showing us the comparison between the usage of biodiesel and crude oil for. Now, if you look at it, the emission of this is showing the emission of greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide, hydrocarbons, and nitrogen oxide. Looking at this chart, we can see that in all aspects, comparing all the four, what's it called, greenhouse gases, the effect of diesel fuel is actually greater than what biodiesel. So it helps in reducing carbon emissions, which helps in in fight against climate change. Now, another outcome of using biodiesel is that it helps in job creation, because as I mentioned before, it helps us to move to agricultural sector. And moving to agricultural sector, it enables people without education, without skill, to be able to get employment opportunities. Now, moving forward, the success forecast, the usage of biodiesel as a energy source in this country is actually based on some factors such as technological advancements, supportive policies, and public awareness, and others. Now, if these factors are properly placed and properly monitored, we'll know that we can boldly say that the future of biodiesel or biofuel in Nigeria is very, very bright, if these factors are considered properly. Now, the limitations of the usage of biofuel energy, I already mentioned, land use changes, water and resources changes. These are actually not as, they are actually minimal compared to the advantages or to the gains that we get from biodiesel. Now, finally, our design for a sustainable adoption plan of this source of energy as the main source of energy in this country is that we should move to feedstock diversity. The government should invest on technological research and development, and also there should be public awareness and education for people that doesn't understand as this initiative has been doing. And also the government should invest in infrastructure development, and also partner with companies that can enable this source of energy to be in use. Now, thank you for listening. And if there's any question or any confusion from what I just presented, please, you can have the floor.
All right, that's great. Thank you, well done. You kept your time. So we have the next GSA to please take the floor. Who are they? Are you guys ready? Please, like I said, rename your devices if you are presenting. Hydrogen GSA, are you ready? Please raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay. Please co-host both of them. Co-host both of them. Who is going first? Who is going first? Let me know. How many of you are presenting? Please stop sharing your screen. Sahid, stop sharing your screen.
I'm presenting first.
Okay, you're presenting first. Okay, the second person is who? Ariel, right?
Yes.
Please speak. All right, great. You have 7 minutes. Your time starts now. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Are you guys ready at all? We can't hear you. Your time has started though. Please
Okay,
go ahead. Who is the first person? Go ahead, please.
Okay, can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can. Please go ahead. You have 6
Okay,
more minutes left.
Yes, good evening. Yes, I am Maria Mosquitoes, and I will be presenting on the hydrogen energy, and I will be guiding the following outlines. So, hydrogen energy is a form of renewable energy that uses hydrogen as its primary source of energy. It is the most abundant element in the universe. So, the next slide tells us how the green energy, which is used to manufacture energy, how it is produced. So, it can be produced through the use of electrolysis. You can also get it from other sources of renewable energy. Our position of the subsidy removal on the economy and social country as a whole. We think that the removal of subsidy, as it has benefits, also has the advantage attributed. So the following are the positive impacts that the subsidy have on the environment. It leads to generalization of resources, makes people be able to utilize their resources very well. And it also improves the air quality. It reduces the carbon. There is abundance of hydrogen. So evaluation of success factors. So this slide that's showing us the next slide is showing us the success forecast of hydrogen and replace people. So this shows that hydrogen energy, if not today, like in the future, like that's like take the forefront when it comes to generating power and resources. So the potential limitations that are attributed to hydrogen energy as a source is that the cost of production is very high. The safety concerns because it's highly flaming because it has a very high safety concern. The regulatory issue, like our lecturer said the other time, there are many laws that guides and that guides us regarding how we relate to our environment in Nigeria, but the the regulation of those laws, how well do we take to those laws, and infrastructure, there are not enough infrastructures for development. So the sustainable plan that for hydrogen energy that first one is assessment and research, policy and regulation, the investments in production infrastructures, build hydrogen distribution exports, public awareness and education, international cooperation, and public. So, in conclusion, embracing energy power and investing in hydrogen and research will not only drive economy, but also demonstrate government support for energy and changing the and shaping cleaner and power. Thank you.
Hello, what's happening? Is it from my hand? Because I can't hear again. Oh, hydrogen energy. Are you true?
Hello.
The other presenter, you're not presenting. You have just 1 minute left. Hello. Please confirm. Are you done or not?
We are done, ma. The other presenter is having issue with his network.
Oh, you are done. You'd have mentioned. Okay.
Sorry, ma.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry. The next people. This is 910. Who is the next? Jotama Josad. Yes. Please, are you ready? Just raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let them co-host you. Jotama. Okay, awesome. Please co-host her or him. Are you the only person presenting?
No, ma.
Okay, please, who is the other person? Raise your hand. The other person for Jotama, who are you? Please raise your hands. Pretty Fidi, are you the one? Kindly rename your device. Okay, so
No,
please, you have
excuse me, ma. That's not the co-host.
That's not the co-host.
No, it's the co-host is Philip Osunsami.
So is he online? Time is running out already. Where is he?
Let me just start.
Okay. So please, your time has started. 9:11, 7 minutes. You can start. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Please go ahead. We can hear you. Your time has started. Hello, are you there? Is it network or please? Who is the second person, Philip or so? Yeah, you've been made co-host. Please continue from where she stopped. If our network is poor, the time has started.
Oh.
The time has started. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Hello.
Please, we can hear you. Please, we can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
You have 5 minutes left, please. Thank you.
5 minutes. Okay. My name is Philip, and I'm representing Geothermal Energy. I'm supposed to actually talk about number 5, 6. That was a plan, but since my co-presenter is not here, I will just try as possible to geothermal energy. I would talk about what geothermal energy is, and talk about our position on subsidy removal, the benefits, possible outcome if we had to adopt geothermal energy in place of the fossil fuel that we have been dependent on. And also we'll talk about possible potential limitations too. And if time permits, sustainable plans for the adoption of geothermal energy. So I hope you can still hear me. Hello? Hello?
Please continue. We can hear you, please.
Okay, all right. So geothermal energy is a renewable energy that is derived from the Earth's core. It originates from heat produced during the planet's creation and the decay of radioactive elements. The Earth core reaches temperatures exceeding 4,000 degrees Celsius, melting rocks and producing magma. It's from the hardcore surrounding rocks and water. These are all what geothermal energy is derived from. It is derived from the earth core, the heat that is generated from the earth core. That is what geothermal energy, that is what it means. So having done that, I would look at, okay. Sorry, I'm having issues with my screen. Okay, so having done the introduction, I would look at our position on subsidy removal. Actually, we as a group, we believe that it is necessary that subsidy should be removed because over time, we have, as a country, we have actually depend on so much use of fossil fuel, and this has caused, like we have said, this has caused a lot of damage to our environment, oil spillage, the issue.
Hello, are you still there? I can't hear again. You have just a minute left, please. Hello, is it just me or I can't hear? Is it my network? Okay, maybe network. Network issues. Oh, sorry about that. Please, you just have a few seconds left, okay? Once it's 9:19, we call the next.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please, round up.
Network is quite bad. Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that, hydropower. Your time is up. So the next GSAG, we are trying to make it as fast as possible, please. The next GSAG, hydropower. Okay, sorry, who just finished? Hydrogen, right? Or sorry, geothermal just finished. Okay, so hydropower, please, you have the floor. Please go ahead. I'm sorry, before then, let's co-host you. Okay, they've been made co-host. Confirm, are you the only speaker, please?
Yes, I'm the host.
Are you the only speaker or you have two?
I'm the only speaker.
All right, please go ahead. This is 9:19.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Fatima Ibrahim, representing Hydropower Energy, and I'm here to give some sustainable points on how to sustain Nigeria's future with hydropower energy. As we all know, a lot is happening in Nigeria. 10 is happening. There's no food, there's no water, there's no light, there's no fuel.
and this has been the anthem of average Nigerians since late 2022. With the recent removal of fuel subsidy, the situation has worsened and created a dark and gloomy outlook. The look for sustainable energy solutions become imperative, and this presentation explores the potential of hydropower energy as the ideal choice for Nigeria's sustainable energy future. First off, I would like to start with the introduction to hydropower energy. What is hydropower energy? This is a renewable source derived from water moving between elevations, and it boosts a high efficiency of about 90% water to wire and requires relatively low operation and maintenance cost. Hydropower energy can be harnessed for multiple objectives, such as electricity generation, irrigation, flood control, and tourism. Hydropower energy has a lot of benefits, and the benefits, sustainable benefits, which includes economic growth, such as creating of employment and boosting of local economies, multifunctional benefits such as flood control, irrigation, and other sectors of the economy, immediate backup for power outage, and also its water cycle is driven by the sun. To generate electricity from hydropower energy, we need a dam, and this is an image of how the dam works. The dam is designed to convert the energy into flowing water into electricity. And the hydropower facilities are automated, cost-effective, and durable, providing electricity without carbon emission. That is, it has zero carbon emission, which is sustainable for our environment. Our GSAG position is that our standing as a GSAG is that Nigeria's most promising solution is hydropower energy because it is abundant and reliable. We have a lot of water bodies in Nigeria, and this would help us generate energy. It is cost effective, which requires a high significant amount of initial investment. And after that, all we need is just long-term operational costs that are not as high as initial investment. Environmental friendliness, that is reduction in carbon emission, mitigates climate change, which is what we are fighting against right now, and preserves the environment. The sustainable plan for hydropower energy is that it's increased investment. It's increased investment in the hydropower energy. That is, investments will be channeled into hydropower energy, which will in return create revenue, embrace diversity, ecological prevention, such as fish-friendly turbines to preserve ecosystem, and phased adoptions. Outcomes and success of the forecast or of our success story is that if hydropower energy is put into consideration by Alaji, the energy would be channeled into security. As we all know, a lot of evil is perpetrated in the dark, and if we have energy, electricity in the streets, every corner of our society, then of course there won't be much evil in society. So it reduces the reliance on fossil fuel, just like we have the fuel subsidy removal that has caused a lot of inconveniences for Nigerians, and it provides stable electricity generation, economic growth, such as job creation, infrastructure development, and energy independence, environmental sustainability, which reduces greenhouse gases emission and improved air quality. A lot of us have been to Lagos and we know the bad air in Lagos, and people complain about it a lot. So hydropower energy would help us overcome bad air that we have in Lagos in particular. Social impact, of course, there will be an improved water management, food security, and development. We all know that there's nothing that comes with advantage that does not have the side effect or disadvantage. So the hydropower energy comes with some limitations, but it doesn't mean that we cannot use it. It doesn't mean that hydropower energy, it does not render hydropower energy useless, and it does not make hydropower energy less effective. The limitations that we have with hydropower energy is environmental impacts, such as some habitat destruction and altered river ecosystem, which can be dealt with. vulnerable to drought, high investments, which I had initially mentioned about hydropower energy taking high investment, then community displacement. Some communities would have to face displacement. And hydropower energy also help us to manage flood, as I've mentioned earlier. In Nigeria last year, we had a lot of states being flooded by water when Cameroon opened their dam. And because Nigeria did not have a receiving end for the opening of the dam, we had a lot of flood issues. So if Nigeria has hydropower energy dams that they can use to generate energy, the water that came from Cameroon last year would not have caused a lot of environmental a lot of issues in the environment last year. And this year also, there's something like that that might happen. Probability of it happening is also high. In conclusion to that, hydropower energy presents a compelling solution for Nigeria's sustainable future by addressing challenges, investing wisely, and embracing the potential of clean and renewable energy. Nigeria can pave way for a greener, prosperous, and sustainable nation. Together, let's build a brighter future with hydropower energy. Thank you.
Wow. That's like the best so far. Well done, hydropower.
Thank you very much.
That was awesome. Okay, I think that's the best
you.
so far. Others had network glitches and all. That's a great one. I got something. So quickly, moving on. Solar energy, please. Solar energy, are you guys ready? Raise your hand immediately. Let's co-host you. Thank you for keeping to time, hydropower. That was a great one. Solar, where are you guys? Are you guys ready? Raise your hand, please, if you are presenting. If I talk again and you guys do not raise your hand, it means you are not ready. Solar energy, are you guys in the room? Just raise your hand or what now? I'm going to ask one more time. After that, we move to the next. I think the next is wind energy. Please, are you guys ready? Solar energy for the last time. Are you guys ready? Oderinde, are you the one presenting? Please confirm. Okay, if we made co-host, please speak. Are you the one presenting for your group? Do you have you didn't rename your device? Are you the only one presenting? Kindly speak, let me know.
Oh, yes, I'll do that now.
Are you okay, hello, are you the only one presenting?
Yes, others will join. I'm trying to share my video.
I don't understand, please.
Not presenting for now. I'm trying to share my video.
Don't share your video, just share your screen, please, because of the network.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to share my screen.
Hey, I want to confirm, are you the only one presenting? Because I want to start your time now. Are you the only one presenting? All right.
Yes.
So this is 9:28. You have 7 minutes. Please, you can start. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, so why someone else to share this screen? It's not sharing from my end. I don't know, I'm trying to do it. So we're starting with, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Please, we can hear you. Just go ahead. We can hear you. Thank you. Continue. Just continue. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So the introduction and description of solar energy. So we all know solar energy is a renewable and sustainable energy source that harnesses the power of the sun to produce electricity or heat. And it is also understood that it is one of the cleanest and the most abundant sources of energy available to us on Earth. Solar energy is primarily captured through two main methods. That's the photovoltaic technology and solar thermal system. Now, the PV technology converts sunlight directly into electricity using solar cells made of semiconductor. Now, and the solar thermal system captures solar energy to produce heat. to consider to produce large-scale electricity. Now, what's the position in subsidy removal? Now, the removal of subsidy has helped in the diversification of energy source. It has strongly helped in assessing of option, which has drastically reduced its effect on masses. Now, solar energy will play an important role by reducing the greenhouse gas emission. It helps in mitigating climate change, which is critical to protecting human's life and ecosystem. Now, according to World Bank, the epileptic power supply in the country comes with an annual economic source of $2.6 billion. Now, the idea of solar energy would give SME more leverage to get energy to run their business. Now, solar energy has higher job opportunities like installation, maintenance, repair, among others. Now, the government can leverage this to train on the unemployed youth in this area, thereby creating job opportunities. So I'll move to the next slide. Now, what's the justification for investment? Now, Africa is often considered and referred as the sun continent, or the continent where the sun influence is the greatest. Now, according to the World Shine Map, Africa received many more hours of bright sunshine during the course of the area than any other continent of the earth. Now, the low altitude of the land masses are another asset. Now, much of the continent lies in the intertropical zone. So this makes Nigeria is in Africa. This makes it like a perfect place for us to, it's actually nice for us to dive into solar energy because we're in the tropics region and we know that we have the amount of sunshine we receive per year is actually amazing and we can bank on that. So yes, we can bank on that apparently. Now, with rising energy costs and ever-growing need for renewable energy sources, there's no better time than now to consider switching to solar, most especially with the rumors going around about the subsidy on electricity, which also has been removed, apparently. We know the situation at hand. Electricity is now expensive and petrol too is not just something we don't just want to go there. Like it's extremely expensive for someone to dive in and bank on getting fuel every time. So solar energy is actually the best source of energy in which we can actually move to. And the advantages are listed here: environmental friendly, sustainable, renewable, and clean. It saves money, cost effective, easy to maintain, creates jobs also. I'll move to the next slide. Now, the sources forecast for solar energy. Now, solar energy is a renewable energy that plays, excuse me, please, when am I supposed to stop? Solar energy is a renewable energy that plays a significant part in lowering greenhouse gas emission and preventing climate change, which is essential for safeguarding people and animals. Now, what are the sources forecast? Mitigation of fuel subsidy impact, hasten industrial process, encourage agricultural expansion, and support small and medium business. Now, the use of solar energy is likely to continue to rise in the upcoming years as the sector continues to expand quickly. The following are some forecasts regarding the future. The cost of solar panel will keep declining, making the installation of solar system by people and companies more visible. Solar energy will take on more significance as the source of electricity, especially in developing countries. Now, the development of solar-powered automobile and the usage of solar panel for electric vehicle will lead to a further increase. Apparently, if we read through and with the way the world is turning, we see that we are all deviating towards solar energy. And this is like the best option for us to take because everything seems to favor our position, like our location in the world. The sun is okay, and it feels like other areas like the fuel, electricity bills and stuff can't be banked on. It feels like solar energy is now our only hope for now. Now, potential limitation of adopting solar energy. The limitations are one, intermittency and weather dependency. Now, we all know that solar panel produce electricity and it depends on sunlight. One. Now, two, land use and environmental impact. That is, it requires substantial land area for efficient energy production. We need a large land area for us to arrange the panel because there is a limitation to what each panel can capture. And if we are powering a very large company or a house with so many electrical appliances, we need large mass area. In initial cost, yes, geographical limitation and technical barriers. Now, the design for a sustainable plan. If we read through, we realize that in the recent years, effort has been made to improve the HUD. That is, on March 26, 2023, the former Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo officially performed the foundation laying ceremony of the first solar cell product.
Well done. Hello, your time is up.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Yeah. So, wind energy, GSA, are you ready? Please raise your hands. Thank you for the presentation. Raise your hands quickly. We're going to let them co-host you. Wind energy. Okay. Please, how many of you are presenting? Hello?
2 of us. 2.
2, okay. Please, who is sharing the screen?
I think Stephen.
Stephen, please raise your hand. Let you be co-hosted, please. Okay, so you're going to start now. This is 9:36, 7 minutes. Okay, please help co-host them. All right, so your time starts now. Thank you.
Wind energy is the future. It's clean, it's renewable, it's efficient, and it is ours. Good evening. My name is Oluwatomisi Alatoye, and tonight I'll be making a presentation on harnessing the power of the wind, using the wind to achieve the sustainable development goals. In order to meet the SDG 7, which is affordable and clean energy, it has become imperative to consider eco-friendly, sustainable, and readily available renewable energy sources. And for this, wind energy fits into this perfectly. Now, wind energy is a clean, renewable energy source that harnesses the power of the wind to generate electricity. It might interest you to know that wind energy has been used from centuries, but recent times.
Sorry, host, please, co-host Oluwafermi, please. She's the one sharing the screen for us. Please, co-host her, let us share while you continue. Thank you. Oluwafermi Adekunle, she's raising her hand. All right, yeah. Continue, please, continue.
All right, so for centuries, wind energy has been utilized to generate energy, but recent development and the issues of climate change and all of that has now brought to the fore for the consideration of alternative sources of energy, and wind energy is gaining prominence in the world currently. According to the word of Elon Musk, he said wind energy is a critical part of our energy mix, and it's only going to become more important in the years to come. And so it's important for Nigeria to position itself to be able to tap into the enormous potential of wind energy. The Business Day of August 16, 2020 reported that the wind energy industry is at already estimated $1 trillion. And so Nigeria has an opportunity to tap into this. Now, how is wind energy generated? Wind energy is generated by the use of wind turbines, which are tall structures with large blades that are mounted on a hub. So the wind blows and then causes the blades to rotate and then convert the kinetic energy of the wind into mechanical energy. Now, this mechanical energy is further converted into electricity, which can then be transmitted on grids to homes, industries, and different places. And the beautiful thing about the wind energy is that it is noiseless, it is clean, it is affordable, and it is renewable. Now, what's our position on the first subsidy remover? Our position on the first subsidy remover is that the money that is being removed from the fossil fuel currently should be diverted to secure alternative energy for Nigerians. that money should not be wasted. Rather, it should be used to implement viable projects, for which wind energy is a very viable project that we can look at. Now, the subsidy removal has a number of effects. Number one is the ecological effect. Now, with the removal of the subsidy, the use of fossil fuel will increase. The use of petrol, kerosene, and gas as source of energy will increase, and then people will be forced to look at alternative sources like firewood. And this will now encourage deforestation, and then it will affect our forest environment. On the economic side, businesses that depend majorly on fossil fuel will now have high cost of running their businesses, and then it will also increase in livelihood. On the social side, people can become restless, and then it can lead to unrest. Now, considering wind energy as an alternative source of energy, there are a number of benefits attached to it. Number one, wind energy is clean and is renewable. That is a known fact. It is available. What we need to understand and what we need to do is to understand and identify areas in the country that have high potential for wind. And recent studies have proven that areas like Lagos, Ondo, Delta, Rivers, Bayelsa, and Akwa Ibom states, and some mountainous area of the Middle Belt have good potential to be used to generate wind. With wind energy, there's no greenhouse effect, though, so there's no issue of climate problem. Wind energy will create good paying jobs, because now people will have to be specialized in creating turbines, installing the wind turbines in different places, and it will be another source of income for different people. So wind energy is the future. It's for us to go. At this point, I want to say that wind energy is not the icing on the cake. It's actually the cake itself. And so we must pay attention to that. At this point, I want to yield the microphone to my colleague, Marvelous. Please have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. So I'll be speaking about justification for reinvestment of subsidies into wind energy. But before that, I want you to type in the chat room that wind is power. Please type wind is power. So we have sustainable and clean energy. Wind energy is a renewable and clean energy source, producing no greenhouse gas emission. We have the long-term cost savings, while the initial investment in wind energy infrastructure may be significant. The long-term operating and maintenance costs are relatively low. Wind energy projects can provide a stable and predictable source of electricity, leading to cost saving over time. Now we have reinvestment. By reinvesting subsidies into wind energy, Nigeria can address multiple challenges simultaneously, including environmental degradation, economic diversification, and energy security. Now the success forecast, we have so many success forecasts. We have the government's commitment. The level of commitment from the Nigerian government in supporting renewable energy policies, including wind energy projects, will be crucial in determining the sources of wind energy projects. With proper planning, supportive policies, and collaborative efforts, wind energy can play a significant role in Nigeria energy transition and contribute to a greener.
Okay, sorry, time is up. Thank you. So we have the next, well done. We have the next GSAG, the last GSAG in the building. Please, are you ready? Are you ready? Please just signify, raise your hand, and then co-host you, Marine GSAG. Yeah, Marine GSAG. Are you guys there? Raise your hand.
Yes, we are ready. Yes, I am ready.
Okay. Please, co-host this person, raise your hand, let us know. Raise your hand.
Okay, sorry, I'm already sharing my screen.
Raise your hand, let you be co-hosted. Okay, so you can, are you the only one that's sharing, please?
Yes, I'm the only one.
All right, this is 9:44. You have 7 minutes. You can go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Please, let me try sharing my screen again. Okay, so Team Marine Energy, we are talking about renewable energies And renewable energies are energy derived from natural sources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed. And I'm introducing marine energy to you as opposed to non-renewable energies like fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas. Now, we have other sources of renewable energy like nuclear energy, biofuel energy, like the others have stated, but I'm going to tell you why they are limited. Before that, let's see why marine energy is more sustainable. The marine energy is also known as ocean energy or hydrokinetic energy, and it refers to the renewable energy or clean energy derived from the ocean's various natural resources. Now, we have different resources in the ocean that we can harness from, and they range from waves, tides, ocean currents, free-flowing rivers, and even human-made channels and thermal gradients. This energy can be harnessed and converted into electricity like what we have already in Kanji Dam. And Kanji Dam is actually the 10th largest hydropower energy in Africa, generating 760 megawatts. But then we are looking at how we can make use of other natural resources in the marine, like the waves and tides. Adding this expands our economy because our economy, of course, is suffering. We need something that can help us diversify. We need something that, you can't see my screen. Hello, you can't see my screen? Okay, so this energy can be harnessed and converted into other many sources, other
we can see it, please continue.
eco-friendly alternative. You can't see my screen or what?
We can see it. Continue, please.
Okay, for a coastal nation like Nigeria, marine energy presents a unique opportunity to diversify its energy sources, reduce dependency on imported fossil fuels, etc. What is our stand in the subsidy removal? The subsidy removal generates 400 billion naira per month, and we are talking about sustainability. Other GSAG have come to tell us how we can invest money that they don't even know the amount it is. Now, we are looking at the amount of money that the subsidy removal generates per month, and we are saying that marine energy is more efficient because most others are very costly. We have seen hydropower and we have seen hydroelectric energy, which we are suffering up to this moment. We don't have electric supply available enough for the 250 plus million Nigerians. And yet they come to tell us that we should keep investing in hydropower. What are the impacts of marine energy? We have economic, social, and ecological impact. Now, Nigeria has relied heavily on fossil fuels, and this is not sustainable. Marine energy is sustainable because it is green. It is green, it is sustainable, it doesn't emit. With marine energy, we don't have much pollution from CO2. There is no pollution from CO2. We are using wind turbines in rivers, and we have rivers dividing Nigeria into 3. I have wondered, I and my team members, why Nigeria have not invested the monies from subsidies so far in these rivers. Now, we talk about Cameroon releasing water from their dam. The release of that water is something we can leverage on because it's causing ocean currents and tides. And we can convert these ocean currents and tides to electricity, send it to different homes, create more jobs for people. Millions of Nigerians graduate every year without having jobs. Engineers, people who study aquamarine studies in universities, I wonder what they even have the impact they have in the society. But with marine energy, these people can actually gain jobs. Now, what are the environmental benefits? The adoption of marine energy technologies aligns with global efforts to combat climate change and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So we have other countries that have harnessed this marine energy like China, and in the first instance, the UK Maritime was seen as playing because they harness marine energy, but now it is the second largest economic sector in the UK maritime. So Nigeria should take cue from countries like this. Sustainable Development Goals also, we are meeting with Sustainable Development Goals 7 and 13, climate action, clean, affordable, and clean energy. So we are working with the United Nations to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Please, if it is 2 minutes to my time, let me know. What are the justifications why the Sustainable Development Intervention Agency and Sadiq Omilabu Alhaji should advise the government to use marine energy? Because there's high reduction in carbon emission when we use marine energy. It's the major source of renewable energy, and yet in Nigeria it's still remaining untapped, and it's so saddening that other GSACs could not point this out. The dependence on fossil fuels can be reduced if energy from marine power is extracted up to its maximum. This will help curb air pollution. It will create job also, like I've stated before, and promote industrialization. Marine energy also should be renewable energy invested. It should be okay. The removal of subsidies has significant effects on the marine energy sector. It removes financial support and incentives for its development. What are the sources and limitations? Although we have some limitations because we try to attract investment from foreign countries, but currently at the Gulf of Guinea is an ongoing project. There's an ongoing project which the Nigerian government have partnered with the Gulf of Guinea, where marine energy can actually be tapped. So we are telling the government, invest 400 billion naira every month into marine energy and change our economic state. Recent estimates indicate the maximum theoretical annual energy production that could be produced from waves and tidal currents, approximately 1,420 terawatts per year. This could serve our nation and produce non-stop electricity like other nations are experiencing. In conclusion, marine energy is a promising source of renewable energy that is sustainable, renewable,
Hello,
clean,
your time is
and
up.
potential to be cost
That's
effective.
enough. Thank
So
you.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that was good. Well done. Okay, awesome. Marine energy, interesting. All right, well done, GSACs. That was a good one. I'm sure you really put your time to this, and to your GSAMs. Please appreciate them. Appreciate yourselves in the chat room. You guys did well. I know it's not easy actually. So congratulate yourself. Please, a round of applause to all the presenters, a round of applause to shout out to all the GSAMs. They put so much effort. Yeah, so we have, I know that we've gone beyond schedule, right? We've gone beyond schedule. Sorry about that. Today is like the penultimate or the date before our final graduation tomorrow. And some people were annoyed to cheer their own up. They are not here, right? Some of them are saying network. Okay, so let's appreciate ourselves, appreciate the GSAMs, appreciate your GSAC, appreciate your GSAC. Okay, so the next thing we have is the GSAC, like earlier informed. We are going to be, who remembers what that is? The Green Switch Academic College. So we are the collage, so we are going to be doing that immediately now. Please, let's all just go to the main group. Please stop sharing your screen. Marine energy, yes. So the next things on the list, we'll just quickly see how we can round it off on the general page. So kudos to you for staying tuned to this very point. Thank you, our hosts. Thank you, Gigi Sam. So we are gonna go live on the general page now. Are we ready? Yeah, shout out. Yeah. All right, so please let's go to the general page now. All right, we're going to end the meeting now. Thank you. See you in the room. Don't sleep off. Thank you everyone for staying tuned. Yeah, see you in the room. Bye. Sorry, see you in the room. Let's go there now.